Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to install the forward storage compartment bin on my brand new 2019 SeaDoo Spark. The SeaDoo does not actually come with anything, so you can either get it when you buy your SeaDoo or get it after the fact. I would highly recommend getting one. It's got a very small storage compartment. You can fit your phone or a GoPro, but if you want like a rope or your flip-flops or anything, this is the way to go. So the kit runs about $170 online, that's what I picked mine up for. And it comes with three main parts. This is the lower deflector, the bin itself, which is basically a piece of rubber with some holes drilled in it, and then the upper deflector. And then it also comes with the hardware and the little mounts you need. It's pretty easy to install. The only thing you're going to need is a 5.5 millimeter drill bit, which is also 7/32, and then a number 30 torque bit. We're also going to be using some RTV. It's not really required, but we'll talk about that when we start installing. So of the hardware that comes with this kit, we've got two latches, and these are what our rubber straps connect to that hold the deflector in place. Then we've got 7 screws and 6 of these small little rubber bumpers. Now these mount to the wind deflectors, and there's going to be 4 on the lower deflector and then 2, one in each corner of the upper deflector. Now these just pop into place, kind of give it a little twist and push in. So we'll go ahead and install the remaining 3 on the lower and the 2 on the upper, and then we'll be ready to start installing. Now we're ready to install our storage bin. Before we put it into place, I want to point this out just because it's going to be easier to see. You're going to see 5 little indents here, and these are going to line up with the holes in both the lower deflector and also the storage piece itself. These are just markings of where you need to drill the hole. So point those out now because it's going to be a little hard to see once we get this in place. So we're going to take our rubber piece, and that's just going to slide into here, push it down, and now you can see these holes line up with that. So we'll take our lower deflector and put this into place, and again our 5 holes are still lined up. Now this is where our drill bit is going to come into play. Using the 5.5 millimeter drill, we're going to drill where those little pre-marks are. Now that we've got the lower holes drilled, we'll go ahead and switch over to our torx bit. If you're using a drill, make sure you have it on a very low setting at this point. These are pretty aggressive screws, and we don't want to strip out any part of our plastic or anything. So we'll get 5 of these screws. And this is also where our RTV is going to come into play. We've just got some silicone RTV here. This is not required, but this is going to help seal up any holes just in case for some reason we do have a leak. And it's also going to help keep these in place. It's going to act almost like a Loctite. So we'll go ahead and we're going to put some RTV on each screw and then put it into the holes we just drilled. We don't want these too tight at this point. Alright, so now that those are in, we'll go ahead and just make sure they're nice and snug. Clean up any RTV that came out. And now we can go ahead and move on to our latch mounts. You'll notice on either side there's going to be these two little notches. And those are going to be in relation with that little block right there. So that's going to go in, pop into that hole, and sit nice and flush like that on either side. So now we're going to take our drill bit again and put a hole right there. We'll do the same with the other side. And we'll go ahead and install our screws. We're going to wet install them again with RTV. So everything's mounted, all our screws are mounted. The only thing left is to mount the upper deflector. You'll see there's these two parts right here that will go into this little hinge. We'll just push down with a little bit of pressure. They'll snap into place. Make sure our latches work. There we go. Start to finish, probably about 10 minutes to install this. Like I said, it's pretty easy.